From international education to international goods movement, from a single laptop in a classroom to computers and monitors around the world, from Long Beach to Hanoi, Vietnam, and every place in between, the College of Continuing and Professional Education has been transforming lives for the past 40 years. As a part of California State University Long Beach, the College of Continuing and Professional Education, or CCPE, helps individuals reach higher in their careers, in their personal lives, and in service to society. It all began in 1971, when California lawmakers passed the Continuing Education Revenue Act. Cal State Long Beach responded by offering its first extension courses in that year's summer session. Over the next 3 decades, the demand for continuing education grew exponentially. University Extension Services kept pace, and in 1994, University College and Extension Services became one of the 8 official colleges at CSULB. In 2009, the name was changed to College of Continuing and Professional Education to reflect the evolution of the unit's mission.
Our mission is to provide top-quality educational programs to professionals, industry leaders, and the workforce locally and globally. We are committed to finding the needs in the marketplace and then developing the courses and selecting the delivery modes that meet that need. Ultimately, we want to be the first choice for continuing education. Our roadmap for success includes cutting-edge responsiveness, innovation, excellence, and diversity. Speaking of diversity, we want to bring the best and the brightest students from the far corners of the globe, making CSULB a truly global university.
Collaboration is the key to CCPE's operational objectives. Working with its academic partners from all other colleges and departments at CSULB, CCPE creates programs and courses that fill the void in adult education, including degree completion, postgraduate degree acquisition, special sessions offerings, and workforce preparation. The college operates entirely on self-support funds, receiving no state subsidies. In addition to covering its own expenses, CCPE generates much-needed revenue for the other colleges at Cal State Long Beach.
I took courses through CCPE that helped me reach the professional designation that I was pursuing. With that professional designation, I have experienced a tremendous amount of professional and personal growth. I strongly recommend the programs offered through CCPE for all working professionals. The classes are held at a convenient time and do not interfere with the traditional work schedule.
Industry partners are vital contributors to the success of CCPE programs. The dynamic ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles provide terrific opportunities for partnerships with CCPE and its Center for International Trade and Transportation. CITT is dedicated to research, education, training, and community outreach. Through CITT's award-winning partnership with USC in the NetTrans Transportation Center, numerous high-profile events related to international trade issues have been presented for the industry and the general public. CCPE's Corporate Education Department is actively involved in bringing crucial workforce training directly to the corporate site. Clients have included prestigious companies like Disney and Hitachi Automotive. Corporate Ed also arranges on-site program instruction at local venues such as the Aquarium of the Pacific. Contemporary media outreach is achieved at CCPE through the Advanced Media Production Center, or AMP. With its professional broadcast TV studio and state-of-the-art editing facilities, Advanced Media Production produces documentaries, public affairs programming, and public service announcements. AMP also streams multi-camera programs live on the internet worldwide and operates Beach TV, a 24/7 community TV service enjoyed in tens of thousands of Southern California homes. Cutting-edge online courses and degrees for the global community are developed and managed by the Technology Enhanced Learning Center at CCPE. A newly established International Training Programs Office, along with new affiliations in China, Korea, and elsewhere, are leading to more partnerships for CCPE amidst the exploding technological and economic growth of Asian societies. CCPE and Cal State Long Beach sponsor an annual Chinese Film and Cultural Festival on campus. International student programs constitute a major component of CCPE. The Center for International Education recruits students from all over the world who desire to study at CSULB. CIE also attracts exchange students from more than 60 institutions across the globe. It offers study abroad programs throughout the year for CSULB students who want to live and learn in other countries. CCPE's American Language Institute provides intensive English language training for foreign students at the campus. These students can become proficient in English and then matriculate to one of the graduate or undergraduate degree programs at the university. Whether close to home or halfway around the world, the College of Continuing and Professional Education will continue to transform lives through education for the next 40 years and more.
As president of Cal State Long Beach, I believe the College of Continuing and Professional Education is one of the most critical connections the university has to the community, to the region, and to the world. Continuing education for working professionals is essential if the state of California is to remain competitive. CCPE's international programs also provide a terrific opportunity for the university to build bridges with diverse populations and cultures around the planet. Through these efforts, we can all work together, solving the most pressing economic, environmental, and technological problems. CCPE is helping Cal State Long Beach become a part of the global solution.
Just as it has from 1971 until today, the College of Continuing and Professional Education emphasizes its collaboration with academic, community, corporate, and international partners. Together, everyone will be part of the conversation, and everyone will be part of the solution. For more information, visit us online at www.ccpe.csulb.edu.